All right, friends. Well, thank you for joining me here for another episode of Hard Gains, the podcast. My name is Coach Hard Gains. I've been coaching bodybuilders and recovering drug addicts for over 20 years. Now, I typically don't make reaction videos. It's just not something I'm into, and it's a waste of my time. Unless I hear someone putting out improper and inaccurate information. And this time, it is none other than your favorite cookbook creator, Greg Doucette. Doucette, sorry, that wasn't nice. But don't worry, Greg. All your cookbook fans are going to come to this video and say, "You're just chasing Greg's clout. You just want to be like Greg." Yeah, okay, boys. No, not at all. But here's the problem. Greg Doucette just made a video called "Can't Fool Me, Accidentally Exposed Fake Natty." Now, there's two elements to his video. Number one, calling out a fake natty who exposes himself. And number two is where Greg is 100% completely wrong. Completely wrong. Listen to this clip right here.
Because I'm here to tell you that no one, I repeat, no one is going to lose 10 kilograms of muscle by not working out for 100 days.
Not possible, Greg? Simply not possible? Well, let me tell you something. Are you a hard gainer? No, you're not, okay? You're smaller and wider, and I'm a little bit taller and longer, and I'm a hard gainer. Do you know how many times I have lost more than 20 pounds of muscle in less than 100 days? 1, 2, 3. 3 times. 3 times in my life. I trained 23 years completely naturally before I ever touched a pro hormone or anything other than protein, creatine, and glutamine. 23 years. I did that for a reason. But during that time, it was a roller coaster of weight gain and weight loss and weight gain and weight loss. Why? Because my body doesn't want to hold 200 pounds. My frame wants to be 150 pounds. I'm 5'10". Currently, 180 pounds. In 2003, after training for 5 hard years naturally, putting in all the work, training every day, and I worked my way up to 6,000 calories a day to bulk. 3,000 didn't bulk, 4,000 didn't bulk, 5,000 I started to be able to put a little bit of weight on. I got to 6,000 calories a day and I was bulking. Finally, bulking. That's what it took, of logged calories every day, hard eating, naturally. And then suddenly one day in 2003, I started throwing up, vomiting violently. Vomiting until it stopped. And then it came out the other end until it stopped. And then all of a sudden, I was bedridden. Bedridden, house-ridden, with an IV in my arm and dying. And they gave me 2 months left to live. I saw every specialist in Princeton, New Jersey. I saw some of the best doctors around the world, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with my gut. Some doctors said I had Crohn's disease, others said I had celiac, and then other doctors said it was an autoimmune deficiency, but nobody could tell me what was wrong with me, so nobody could fix me. So they gave me 2 months left to live. They said, "You are so severely malnourished, you will die." I lost over 50 pounds. Over 50 pounds. And at the time, I was maybe 8 to 9% body fat. So it's not like I had a lot of fat. I was always very lean. I always had my abs showing. I was always very vascular. I lost 50 pounds in 2 months. Naturally. The weight that I gained, naturally. Because I got sick. Because I got ill. Because I could barely eat anything. Because I couldn't train. So I lost more than the 20 pounds you're talking about in less than the 100 days that you're talking about. Now that's the first element. The second element is about this guy Bob being natural. No, I don't think he's natural. In this picture here, you can see the roundness to his body, the vascularity at 37 years old. To maintain that naturally, it's very uncommon. This guy's on TRT. No doubt. This guy's on TRT, and he may even be running like a very low dose of DECA. 100 milligrams of DECA with 250 milligrams of test gives me that look. And I can maintain that look all year round. I can maintain that vascular. Here's a picture of me right here. Look at this picture. See that picture of me right there? Now that's me naturally at 170 pounds. Okay? Now take a look at this picture. That picture is me on 300 test, 150 DECA. Okay? Now here's a bigger picture. That's me on 500 test, 300 DECA. I think I pushed it up to 340 DECA a week. And again, these are weekly dosages. Again, I did 23 hard years training, busting my ass to put on every pound that I earned. Until the day that I got cracked in the skull by the back end of one of my dump trucks from my construction company. Gave me a severe TBI, a brain injury. It cracked my skull and bruised my brain. Here's a picture of it. Now, here I am, still natural at this time, okay? But now I have a brain injury. Where was that brain injury? In the frontal lobe. What's in the frontal lobe? The pituitary gland. What does the pituitary gland do? Well, through the hypothalamus, it signals the body to produce and maintain your hormones properly. My body couldn't produce and maintain hormones properly any longer. So then I decided to go on TRT. But Greg, let's look at a few things. You have a very different physique than me. You have also been enhanced way longer than me. So your journey of natural bodybuilding is much shorter than mine. I did 23 years naturally. I'm not using this to put you down. I'm just using this because comparison will show the evidence that we're discussing. I've worked with so many hard gainers who struggled to just put on 10 pounds in a few years of hard training because eating is so hard for many hard gainers. I've also worked with many bodybuilders who were drug addicts. What do drugs do? Well, they inhibit the body to maintain and produce more muscle. But yet I was coaching all these bodybuilders and almost every single one of them had a drug addiction. So we had to break addiction first before we could focus on winning competition. So when you have a bodybuilder, especially a natural bodybuilder, who's also a drug addict, their body is not going to react in the same way as someone who is not an addict. So Greg, our individual biochemical profiles say very different things about each one of us. So your path is different than mine, but you're putting out wrong information by saying this is absolutely not possible is wrong. Because it is possible. Because it's happened to me multiple times. Because I've seen it happen to other people, my clients, many times. So, to wrap this up, Greg, I'm sorry, you're wrong. I have nothing against Greg Doucette. I think he puts out good information for what it's worth. But he and I are very different people. There are frequencies to voices that my TBI just can't handle. And Greg's is one of them! I can't handle it! Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next video.